Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City. And, business is still very strong in terms of investors buying in the Oklahoma City and Tulsa market. And I'm very happy about that. I'm glad that we have that kind of a market that people have confidence in and also that delivers. And that's extremely important. You can promise a lot of things, you can put it on paper, but you have to be able to deliver. But one of the things that I've done, I don't know how many videos on this, is RISK, risk. In other words, anytime you put your money into something, there's a risk involved. If you put your money in the stock market, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. The other day, my stock portfolio went down. Why? Because the Dow was down 400 points. There's a risk involved there. Now, there can be rewards at the same time, but sometimes that seems a little bit like gambling to me. But the thing about real estate is everybody's got to live somewhere. In other words, the United States is based on housing. In fact, every recession is led out of the recession by housing. It's a leading indicator that you're out of a recession. So housing is extremely important. And because of that, it's a lower risk investment. It doesn't mean zero risk, but it doesn't mean that you can do everything in real estate. And it works. So for instance, I've had people wanting me to buy, hey, I'm looking for an $80,000 condo or a $100,000 home. No, I'm not going to do it. You know why? The risk is too great. Not only that, I'm not going to take on a construction project because a $100,000 property in Oklahoma City is pretty garbage. It's not going to be in good shape, I promise you that. And I'm not going to risk the fact that you don't like what I do. At the same time, there's a risk that you're going to get somebody with a 400 credit score that's been evicted 4 or 5 times. Because basically they don't have good credit, they basically don't make any money. We don't want that for you. So we look at those kinds of risks. People say, well, can you buy a property and I'll buy it like at a discount or I'll get a foreclosure and you get your people and you go ahead and have them fix it up and we'll flip it and you'll get the sale. No, I'm not gonna do that. Mainly because, again, the risk is too great. And one of the problems with fix and flip in Oklahoma City is it's not a volatile market. And you need a volatile market. You need areas that are really going down so you can buy it cheap because you're trying to get your profit up front. You're not holding for 7, 10, 20 years to get your money. You want to sell that thing in 3 months or less after it's finished. And so we're always looking at those kinds of things. And I tell people, I'm sorry, I'm not going to look for foreclosures. I'm not going to look for, going to, the tax, revenue type, things that, where people can, get I forgot what it's called. I haven't done it in so long, or fix and flip, or old existing property that's cheap. The risk reward is just too great on the risk side. So what we try to do and what we try to recommend to you at all times, new construction from quality builders that have great reputations, excellent neighborhoods, brand new, nothing's been used, warranties and everything else, or newer homes. Say, like we resold that one that was to another investor that was 2.5 years old and fully vetted out, fully inspected. So those are the things that we want to try to emphasize to you in terms of lower risk. Now, if you want to take a risk, I'm sure there's realtors out there that will deal with you. What we want to do is try to find the safest investments for your money. Money's precious to me. I've worked hard for it and I don't want to lose it. I don't want you to lose it either. So we're always going to evaluate risk in terms of what you put your money into.